Hi, here's a quick overview of what's new in Batson Print Pro 2019 update. Now first of all, we've added in text matching, so you can print just certain segments of a PDF that matches on the text. So just print that page only. So for example, I've got this invoice file here, this PDF, which is full of invoices, multiple pages. Now I just want to print, say, example page 1 of every invoice without having to split it up or anything. So just copy that text, go into File, PDF Print Settings. Now this only works with internal printing default, so that has to be unchecked. Advanced, enable pages with text printing. Paste. So I just want to print page 1. So I've got this file here, I'm going to drag and drop it in. I'm going to print it to an XPS file, which is already set. Click print. So now if I open that file, it's only got the first pages. So it's only 4 pages output. But the actual PDF had 9 pages for the other pages in the file. So this is a good way of printing just segments of a PDF. Say if you've got a mixed PDF of statements and invoices, and you just want to print the statements, for example, and the individual pages, then you can do that with this. So you can use any text at all. Now you can use this in Directory Monitor also, and you can have different setups. So if you go into File, PDF Print Settings, save PDF Printer Settings as. I want to save it to this folder here. So PPS. Then go to Directory Monitor, Advanced. You can use PDF Print Settings there, so you can have a different setup for every monitor as well. Now once it's set in the main interface, it actually does it globally for any PDF file that comes in. But once monitor is activated, it just does it for that monitor and it's not global. So that's that setting. Now say if I want to overlay a PDF on top of another PDF. So in this example, I've got an invoice, it hasn't got a logo on it at all. I can now do this in 2019. So I've got a stamp PDF, it has to be a PDF file, and it uses that as a background. So to do this, go into File, PDF Print Settings, Advanced, Overlay Printing. Now I can use a mixture of these settings. You can set them all at the same time if you wanted. I'm going to click on that stamp, so that's files there, so it's pretty quick and easy. So I'm going to click Print and save it to XPS again. So open that now, it's got the logos on all the pages printed out. So you don't have to pre-process anything like that, it does it on the fly. So that's that new setting. You can also remove blank pages as well. So if you go into PDF Print Settings, I'm going to remove that for now. Remove blank pages. Now I know I've got a file here, vg.pdf, that has a blank page. So if I open that, on page 2 it is blank, totally blank. And the last page has just got a line on it. So it will keep that. So it's 12 pages going in, so it should have 11 pages coming out. So I click print, save it to VG. Yes, so you can see that it's got 11 pages and page 2 is completely gone now, so that's page 3 what was there before. So that's pretty quick and easy for removing blank pages. You can see the last page has got the line on, so it won't remove that. So that's those new features. We've also added total file count, a file count to dynamic separator. So now with the separator, you can, say if you've got multiple files to print, you've got 3 files, the total file count will be those 3 files, and the file count will be a running count. So that'd be file 1, that'd be file 2, that'd be file 3. So just populate the number with that in your separator. So if you're printing, say, 10 documents, you can then check from the separator that each document is printed after each one. You've got a count. We've also added to separator so you can cycle through different separator setups for each file. So I'll show you that working. So I've got a template here. It's the same as before, except that in each template you can have different text in different positions. So say for example that you printed on tabbed paper, you can have template 1 set for tab 1, template 2 set for tab 2, and so on, and you can have as many templates as you want. So to set this up, it's pretty much the same as normal. Just generate a separator on the fly. So normally I would just use that separator there, which is a general one for all. But to use these two and cycle through them, if I put in bracket n after the file name, it substitutes that with the number in the file, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So for example, I've got 3 files here. I'm going to change the printer to an actual printer for this. So if I click print, spooling separator, you can quickly see it flash up there because it's opening in Word. You can see that it's using file 1 from the template. So I should put file 1 and text at the top so you can see it. See it splash up again, you'll see it. So that's file 2. And the last one will be file 1 again. And that's it. That's it for the what's new in the main interface. Now with the scheduler, we've added save and load settings. So if you go into options menu, scheduler setup. If you go into file now, you've got these options here which you didn't have before. So for example, I've got a setting what I've saved earlier. I can load that in, and that's now set. So it's a quick and easy way of saving and loading settings for that. Now moving on to the directory monitor, you've got a few changes in the directory monitor setup. Now with the move to directory, you can now control it a bit more than before. So for example, I want to move to a folder in here instead, but I want to use the year and month. You can use various parts of the date. It's not just these. If you look at the help, you can get a full list of what you can use, and you can use them in any order. You can put text in between, things like that. So normally with directory monitor, then move to a static folder after printing, like moved folder. With this now, you can change the folder name dynamically. You can also use part of the file name as well. You can add like timings and things like that to the end of the file if you want to do. So you can either just leave it as it was before, so it just outputs the year and month folder. So I'll show you that working here. So I'm just going to monitor this folder here, and then it's going to move it to example. Hit this one. I'm just going to do PDF. That should pick up just the PDF files. So what it's done is created a year and month folder automatically, and then it moves the files into there after print. So you can also control the file name as well. So I'm going to put in this example here, how it works. So I'm just going to update that, save and exit. I'll just copy one file in there, see on screen how it works. It's picked up that file. It's now named it stamp, but it's also put on the time after it, so it's got hour, minute, seconds, and then the extension on the end. So it's a great way of naming the files after moving. So that's that. So the other things in Directory Monitor are, if you scroll to the end, now you've got a date added and date updated. For the settings, you have more control of seeing what's been updated and not at certain times. You can also name the setup as well. If you're going to advanced, you can either put in a sequence number, or you can put in, say, a short name, test sample, and that will be there, and then you can sort it on that information. So say if you've got a large company with different divisions, then you can sequence number each one, and then you can sort it on that, and then you've got a list of what per division without having to go through the nitty-gritty of every folder. So that's that. We've also added in content matching for PDFs, rendered PDFs. It's always been the raw file, so you have to open the PDF in Notepad to see what you're going to search for, but with this now it's actually rendered PDF text. So to use that, you put PDF colon first, and then you can put the actual text. So put in a couple of files, you only pick up one of them. So if I just put for example page 1, because I know that's in my invoice. So now it's got that set PDF colon and then page 1. If you hover over the box, it can tell you what parameters you can put in there. So you can do conditional as well, and you can do multiple matches as well. I'm going to let that run now on the on these files here. Now on these files, there's only one file that has page 1 in it, and that's the invoice example. So it's picked up that invoice example and printed it out. Get on the printer there. So that's that new feature. Now, what else has changed in Monitor is we've added more sort options now. By popular requests, you can now do all these different type of sort options. Say for example, if you wanted to print all smallest number of pages first, you can also do that as well. So pages ascending or descending, all these options. So give those a try. We've changed the PRS setup. You can still do it as you did before, but you can also now do it in Monitor, so you don't have to keep going out and going to File menu, printer setup like before. So you can quickly set up in here. So you can go Setup, you can set your tray, for example, tray 1, okay, and it automatically try to save. So tray 1, and it'll automatically populate it for you. And then just right mouse update, and that's set for that profile. And then if you want to do it for another one, you just click on, you can either browse and pick one, or you can just click setup, say tray 2, okay, call it tray 2, call it whatever you want, and then that's set up for that one, so you can add that one to the list. For example, so you've now got 2, tray 1 and tray 2, and it's that easy now to set up PRS. Now in the secure FTP, we've added another encryption layer support, which is using like Amazon services. So that is it for Monitor. I changed the entity service a little bit, because before sometimes it was run under a different username, then it wouldn't pick up the settings that were set. It now checks for that. It will pick up any settings that were set. If it can't pick up any settings, then it will try that. We've also added in the view entity service log in a log viewer now rather than Notepad before, because sometimes it wasn't picking up the right file. And that is it. That's what's new in Batch and Print Pro 2019. Download the trial and give it a try.